When I hit rock bottom, I had lost everything. My house, what I had for 13 years, it was just all gone. I packed up my car and I left. My name is Leslie Bozer. I grew up in Hillsboro, Oregon. Family was really important growing up. My grandparents were very inspirational for me.
Leslie worked here on the farm, worked here in the business as well.
My grandma fostered the art side, and my grandpa taught me to be resilient. You get knocked down, you're gonna get back up.
Love her.
I
Yeah,
love
she's our
her.
granddaughter, our sweetie pie. We
Love
betcha.
her to pieces. Yes, I love
She's our favorite, isn't she? Whoops, is this being recorded?
It was every little kid's dream to be able to run through the woods and play hide and seek and run through flower gardens, bouncing around, you know, helping her grandma and her mom on the farm. And it was awesome. My kids are my world. Having my first completely turned my world around, and he's grown up with me. I definitely went up to bat for Adam. I got pregnant with him when I was 15. I had him at 16. So that boy has literally been with me everywhere you could imagine, from high school to college. I always tell him he's already graduated high school. And despite him having autism, he has a big heart. Angela has an old soul. She's given me more wisdom than I think anybody else has. And she's 14. Ashton is 10 and he's my little Spitfire. He keeps me on my toes. The beach is a year-round thing for us. I mean, we go all 4 seasons here. For fun, the kids and I like to go down to Manzanita. There's the Kelly's Marina, so we'll stop there and we've crabbed or fished off the docks. I mean, we have a lot of memories on this dock. We'll go up to Cannon Beach, then we'll go to Moe's. We'll just walk up and down the beach and collect seashells. It was really good, and then all of a sudden, you know, he'd go out drinking again and not come home. I left a 15-year relationship. I had low self-esteem, very insecure. Kind of shut off from the world, but it was also kind of created that way for me. I wasn't really allowed to have friends. He called me and said that he was like tube drunk and he was gonna go stay the night at a friend's house. I told him that I was done. This was not happening anymore, that I was not gonna do this anymore. My children deserved to see me being treated better. And the last thing he told me was I was never gonna be able to find anybody to love me. After I left, I kind of gave up on life. Well, I mean, I was raising the children, but other than being a mom, I wasn't anything else, because I do have the kids full time. When I didn't have the kids, I had a separate life that I lived. I was coping with the pain with alcohol. After a night of drinking, I found a new rock bottom. You always think it's gonna make you feel better, and it doesn't. It always left me feeling worse. I was never gonna fill that void with what I was doing. Something needed to change. I just didn't know what at the time. So one night I was at the bar and I found a book. It's a hiking book. I started flipping through it. And every page, I kept turning, I'm like, this is awesome. So I looked at the easy ones first, and then I started doing the easy ones. And then once I completed those ones, then I went off and I was like, okay, well now I need to up it. So then I started doing the medium ones. And then, you know, and now I do the hard and very difficult ones. I started becoming part of like the forums on Facebook, like for hiking in the Pacific Northwest, that kind of thing. And I remember asking, what do I bring backpacking? Because I didn't know. And someone told me shove in a bag and go. That was literally what they said on the post. So I remember when I got back, I did that. I was like, well, I shoved it all in a bag and off I went, and I didn't die. So then I started gaining friends. I mean, they've become family, is through these hiking forums on Facebook. And my brother-in-law was working at Sportsman's and told me, hey, you should get a job here. Because he knew I was starting to get into the outdoor stuff. He's like, you should get a job here. That's how I got into Sportsman's, was through him. Being in the outdoors and going and accomplishing all the hikes that I've done changed my entire outlook on how I handle stress and, struggles. And it's been such a more positive experience for me in learning how to handle what life has to throw at me. I feel a lot calmer and more at peace with myself. I have lost 80 pounds because I lead a very different lifestyle now. One thing that is definitely different in my life is I set goals for myself now. I remember this picture, and it's the one I was describing where I crossed all the all the snowfields and glaciers on the Timberlane Trail, and I stopped and I looked at my shadow. It was that moment I broke down and cried. I did this, and that's when I really remember starting to really love myself. It was a very joyous moment. I've heard every excuse as to why somebody can't hike. If I can, at like 300 and something pounds, carry a 50-pound pack, 40 miles around by myself, there's no reason why you can't hike. But my life dramatically changed. I mean, it's like night and day. The outdoors brought people into my life that I wouldn't have. I mean, the people I love most, I wouldn't have found them if it hadn't been for the outdoors. My reality now, I'm so much happier. I look back at myself now and I would see a person that really, that needs probably love, and I think I found love somehow out there. The outdoors has brought me so much happiness and has brought me healing and has united my family together and has brought me so much love.